Alright, boys, getting to this one. We are playing Latin Wrecking Crew, and you just saw the bands. And I actually thought I forgot to record this fight because I went back looking for it and I didn't. I didn't see it anywhere. So and when I just went back through to record this war, it was on there. I guess I just forgot how I started this video. But it's War 7. And we're going to start with Penny, like we seem to every war now. But this Penny fight, my lag was awful in this fight. Best part is I used to actually go into these fights and take off my masteries, and I'd take off all my offensive masteries, so that way I wouldn't make sure to trigger rage. And doing it with Werewolf by Night, I don't even have to worry about it, because all I'm going to do is hit the block. But it's just such a boring fight, and it gets just so old. Honestly, there's nothing even to talk about. It went really well though, other than the fact that the lag was so bad at some point during this fight. Bad enough to the point where I actually stopped, restarted my phone, or restarted the game, and I waited like 10 minutes before I went back in because I was just scared that it was going to be continuing in the next fight. But I don't know where the lag hit. It hits something right. Here's where it starts, I think, and it just keeps on going. It might not be recognized so much in my phone or in this video. I know when you're in the fight and you have any lag, even if it's a little tiny lag, it seems like the worst lag of all. But I know I was freaking out at one point. I was like, what is going on? And thank God I'm just hitting the block right here, because it was horrible. Yeah, you can't really see it, I guess, in this playback here. But whatever, yeah, so I'm just going to keep on hitting her block, push her back, give myself some space, and that's about all there is to this stupid, boring Penny fight. There's nothing to it. One of these times, though, I might actually get clipped, but I mean, I could take a good 10 hits, and it's Penny, so she's not going to hit that hard. As long as you don't knock her down right into her SP2 on this node, then you're fine. So, yeah, it looks like I'm trying to hell to finish with the SP2, but yeah, that's what I do. And I'm assuming she's going to go down right here real quick from Ruptures. Yep, halfway through her special one. Again, we're running Path 8. This is Stun Immune, Domino, Nullify, Armor Break Immune until you knock him down, and then you can do that stuff. So, using my Warlock, which Warlock's such a beast. So I turned on my suicides because I had 1, 2, 3, 4. There were really, I believe, yeah, it was supposed to be 3 Warlock fights. I ended up taking one that I was originally going to take, but we decided to send Deathless Thanos there, and it didn't work out so well. I had gone and checked, and I thought Thanos was double immune to the node, but he actually wasn't, and I should have taken the fight to begin with, but I didn't, and I ended up cleaning it up though, and it goes well. Yeah, this Domino, this is nothing. I know I shouldn't hit her lucky, but with Warlock's infection up, he's reducing her chances by a lot. So, and I'm always ready when she's lucky. I'm always ready for that evade anyway. I'm just assuming she's got to evade, so I'm ready to slam my block if she does evade. But yeah, this is a nothing fight right here. Domino goes down quick. And then the next fight was scary though. The next fight I had was a rank 4 Piggy. And I don't know about you, but I just hate fighting him. I hate fighting him. He's always going to do something stupid. And if he does hit you, then you got a Porker Pop on. You can't throw your specials. This node's got extra power gain as it is if you don't alternate your combos. So in my head, I'm like, whatever. I got Warlock. He's going to be power draining him. So I could just do a 3-hit combo. Throw a heavy. Well, this guy placed without the Willpower Mastery active, so I do not drain his power, and it really it messes up everything that I want to do in this fight. I'm trying to get my affections up so I can power jam, and then I realized going in, he's not losing any power. Yeah, I realized right about there that he wasn't losing any power, and now I'm kind of screwed. And then I have an invul anyway, which you see comes in handy, because right there I paused. And I don't know why I paused. I don't know what I was waiting for. I think I was thinking if I had just thrown a heavy or not, and I couldn't throw another one. But so there goes my invul, which I was actually saving in case he threw an unblockable special to or went red. But the Porcupapa came off me. I only had one because of my invul, or else I would have had four. And Warlock, when you throw a specialty, he degens them like crazy, takes all their power. He power burns them to nothing. So I followed in my striker right there, right off the rip, which I actually forgot I had done until I went and watched the replay of it. It was a good little move. Sorry. Yeah, so anyways, I'm just gonna do a couple more heavies, get him down, and I know he throws that right off the bat, which is good because he would have gone to a special too. And he goes on walk over there, but I was ready for it. I'm always ready for it when I see he's getting to his 10 charges. Anywhere from like 6 to 10, he's got a chance, a really high chance to evade you. When he does, he's gonna smack you, put poppers on you, then you're just screwed. But he's down, and I had this Nova on stun immune protection. Right there, I realized, yeah, I forgot to turn my suicides back off for Source Supreme, and I'm always telling myself to do it. But I'm boosted, and I'm trying to run in, I'm trying to use my invul, and I just forgot to turn them off. And so now I'm thinking I'm screwed. I'm like, she's just gonna, I throw so many specials with her that I'm gonna die from recoil. But what happens is, I believe he's gonna pop this off, and I throw this special too, and it hits really hard, the second part at least. So now I know it's fine. I'm gonna get him down. I'm not gonna have to worry about, unless I take, you know, a special 2 to the face, I'm not gonna have to worry about my recoil damage. It's just easy life. So, but this fight, it's a nothing placement. I don't find him hard here. There's not too many champs that are hard here, to be totally honest. You know, they could put a Chavez or someone here that, you know, if you get a bait specials, or I mean heavies, she could screw you over. But right here, I was hoping he wasn't gonna go red because I already lost my invul, but he doesn't. He's nice and he plays long and he throws it. So I think I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. I'm gonna go in my striker if I need it. I got a special one in the bank anyway. And Nova down. No problem there. So my suicides are still on. Like I said, I was planning on using Warlock, but I was just gonna switch him back on, which I don't need suicides for this fight because Warlock versus Sinister, even if you take hits to the face like I do because I suck, he's not gonna beat you. In no world is Sinister gonna beat Warlock, especially rank 4 Warlock. Even though I suck, like I said I do, and apparently I just can't parry. Once I have my infections up, he's just going to power drain himself. The No's going to power drain him. There's absolutely nothing to it. He's going to get rooted right here. You know, I don't know why it didn't root him faster when he's just sitting there holding it. I felt like I had to wait an eternity to go in there when the root was just about to kick in before his special. But see, now he's just going to be power drained this entire fight, so there's nothing you do. And watch how fast I kill him though. It was like every hit crit on the last combo, every hit crit on that combo. And he was done in 24 hits. 24 hits it took to kill that. This is where the fun begins. So I used a power start 1 here so I could drop my slow as soon as I started. But what really screwed me up is I go in here and I'm like, okay, I got a beta heavy. So the first thing I do is I beta heavy and I drop it. Well, that took me out of my slow form. And then I realized at the same time I left my suicides back on. So I am double freaking out. And I just, so everything's gone now. I don't know what to do. I thought right there I could throw a heavy in between combos like I was Superman and get back to my slow form, which I couldn't. And then I just air whiff my special too. So right now, it is looking horrible. And I know I'm going to throw this, lose more health. So right now I am losing this race, and I'm losing it bad. I believe I'm down. I throw this, it doesn't do any damage. So I know I'm just like, I'm screwed. I'm totally screwed here. You know, I get my heavy off so I can actually keep my slow up. And now when I spam specials, I was in my phase, but now I'm out of it. So I still have my slope, which is okay. So I can just play through the Mix Master. That's the whole point. I would need to keep my slope for the Mix Master, and that's what makes her good for this node. But I don't. But what I did right there is I threw my heavy so I'd get some extra damage, and it would put me into my slow phase. And when you throw your SP3, every time after that, it's going to lock. It's going to be locked in my bank now, and every time I throw a special, my slow will reapply. If you do it, if you throw your special 3 in any of your phases, you'll automatically lock those into your bank. So I have a slow locked in now, so everything I throw, look at this. So 8 more combos. And I believe I'm going to throw this here. I'm going to put the slow up. This doesn't do any damage either. Everything I'm doing is nothing. And then I eat the end of this. And now I'm down to 5% health. 3% health. I can't do anything. So I have to avoid him hitting my block from now on. I have to evade every special he throws. And all that's going through my head is I can't throw another special. I have to get to a special 3. So all I can do is hit his block. And if I get touched, I lose. Special 3s from here on out. Obviously, I know this is not going to kill him. In my mind, I was really hoping it would, but I knew it wasn't, and I knew I'd have to get back to another special 3 after this without him touching me whatsoever. So I did do a good little chunk, but he's got one bar, throws it. You know, I'm good at evading it. As long as my slow stays up, I'm okay, because if he evades and hits me, I'm screwed. But I'm pretty good at evading a special 1. As long as I'm not rooted. For some reason, whenever I'm rooted, it catches me at the end. My slow fell off, and I decided I was going to go for it anyway. I can't really hit into his block. What I can do is evade this, and I'm slamming that special 3 button, and I'm like, this better kill, this better kill. I knew I was going to die from the get-go, so I was already convinced. I was telling them that I was going to die to this Maestro. And the funny part is, I took this fight from a guy in Iron Alliance because she's amazing for him. And when you play like you can play, like you should play, she's a great counter. But not that fight. So yeah, so after I went and washed my underwear, when I was done with that fight, my war was over. I was all done. But then I had to do cleanup on this Killmonger fight. The reverb damage was just so high, which I knew this is really good placement. This is a rank 4 Killmonger, and I believe he's like SIG 198 or something. So might as well be 200. And his reverb is just crazy. And Thanos, not being bleed immune, kind of got screwed over on this node. He got cornered, and once Killmonger throws his special 1, you can't hit his block. Yes, his Conflictor as well. You can't hit his block to get spacing, but Warlock's built for this node. I can actually, I don't have to worry about any phase. I'm double immune to this node, so all I have to watch out for is the reverb, which is very strong. You see, it's taking a lot of my health already. I'm trying to get him to dump his power and have 0 power for the reverb for when that kicks back in, but I do a good job at managing at some points. But Flicker is kind of hard. I could just play it stun immune, but I don't. So thank God, if he was full health, it would have been a really close fight, to be honest. I'm fully boosted. I have 30% on. I have every boost going. And I actually reapplied him just for this one fight, because I took all my fights straight. I reapplied 30% just for this fight because I really don't want to die to it. But yeah, I started 100% health. He has not touched me, and I am 150. So yeah, I'm almost at 40. So it's very good placement, to be honest, for rank 4 SIG 200. But he goes down, and that's the end of the war right there. I believe we did win.